I'm back. There was no patio or anything, and it was almost like the world was from the Tractor Supply to where those two gas stations are in Glencoe near Trevor Ghazi's, and it was almost like the world was smaller. Not the world, but that general area, like that Baptist church, that really big one, that wasn't there. That area was like gone, and it was just the next area moved to this, that Domino's and all that. That wasn't there. It was almost like it was like Tractor Supply, a huge gate all around it. Tractor Supply, Sonic that was really small, and then I just remember there being like maybe that little outlet where like the Little Brown Cow and all, and like the auction places, and just like Trevor Gotti's, the McDonald's and the gas station. That was it. And it was a gate, I remember, around it, and we couldn't get out of the gate. And I was thinking, what is going on? And it was terrifying. And as the dream progressed, the clouds in the sky got darker and it started to rain. And I remember I was at Sonic in the dream, and I was working, and the building was so small. It was so small. Like, it was almost like my room. And my room, is not big. And it might look big, but it's not. I mean, I have a bed, this, and then my dresser in front of me. And thankful. But, it was small. That was about how big Sonic was. And I remember being in there and seeing, I knew I couldn't get out. I couldn't escape. I couldn't go home. I just remember almost like just feeling hopeless. Like, what have I done? Like, what am I going to do? And I was like internally suffering because I was so scared in the dream. And I remember seeing like outside, I remember looking outside the Sonic window, and beside the window there was like a flashing red dot. I don't know what that signifies. I'm just telling you what's in my dream. Anyways, dream shift, one scene to another, almost like a movie. So after that, I was back between the two gas stations in Glencoe and near that man that was guarding the gate, or the railroad leading towards the high school. And I remember thinking, how can I get out of this place? And I remember the government, on that, it was almost like really tall megaphones that I was hearing their voice out of, but the megaphones weren't there. You just heard the government's voice. Like, it was almost just like you just heard it, in the air, but you didn't see anybody around you, just heard it. And I remember between the two gas stations, there's a road that leads, to McDonald's, and there's another road diagonally, or there's one horizontally, one vertically, one that goes toward like Big Chief and then the high school. It's the same road where that railroad's on, that guy was guarding. There's another road that comes across it that goes to Trevor Gotti's. Now, between those two roads that split, there's like I think it's like a body shop or something, and then beside that is like buildings for sale, and then on down is Trevor Ghazi's. Now, where that building was, there was a train station, and I remember what the train station was is you had to get on top of the train, and then it would go into like a black hole. It was weird. And then, there was like the man and guarding the stuff in another gas station. And if you went to the black hole, you had to stand on top of the train. Train would go really fast, and it would behead you. And I remember, in the Bible and the end times, it talks about beheading. And I was thinking, Lord, like, why? Why me? Like, I'm glad I got this dream. I'm glad I'm here to tell it. But carrying the weight of the dream has been hard. It's been really hard because I wake up every day thinking of it. I wake up thinking, when are these times going to come? Are they going to come before the rapture? Are they going to come after? Will I be ready? I'm ready. I mean, I'm a Christian. I try to do my best. I'm not perfect. I mean, some people get this wrong perspective in their head that Christians are these people that think they're perfect and think they, are the best people in the world, and you know what I mean? And that's just a big stereotype that's wrong. And it's unfortunate that some people think that, but it is, everybody has their own journey, and some people are at one point, some people deal with pride issues, some people deal with, selfishness issues, some deal with just anger. It just depends. And I just know, I remember waking up the next day and I had work, and the whole time at work I was thinking about this dream. I was like, and I remember I just woke up after, knowing about the beheading thing and stuff. I just woke up and I went to work that day. I think I worked like 5 to 11 or something. It's Sonic. And I remember I was coming home that night, and that dream was just pounding on my heart. I mean, it's not like aggressively, it's just like it was on my heart. Like I knew the Lord was like, come on, I need you to tell people about this. And so I was sitting there on my way home, and I said, Lord, what does this mean? I knew it was about the end times. I knew that. But I didn't understand. I understood what went on, but I didn't understand